to hear how you left the church to become an Israelite. How did you discover you were an Israelite?
My wife and I, we would have Bible study quite often outside of the regular Bible study sessions, and we would always read the scriptures. We would read, and it was so many things that began to not line up with the word that we was reading versus what we were experiencing in the church and in the especially the Western Eurocentric church. We it was the words just they didn't line up to the doctrine, and it was more so we was caught up in doctrine versus what the scriptures were telling us. And how I found out, well, not find out, but awaken to, is we started reading a lot of the Older Testament. We started reading what so-called Old Testament. We read specifically in Deuteronomy, when it just breaks down the curses that'll be upon his people, and it tells us that these curses will be a sign upon thy seed forever. And so we begin to look at those things and other aspects of the Bible, and we were able to put two and two together, and here we are.
Yes, and I've heard about the so-called Deuteronomy 28 curses, and you guys say that these curses, point to you guys for breaking the laws of the laws and commandments of God, right?
Right.
Because I have a completely different understanding about what's going on in the book of Deuteronomy, because my understanding is that that generation that these curses came upon was the generation that made a covenant with God on Mount Sinai through Moses, and they signed a covenant with him that if they break the commandments of God, then curses will come upon them and they'll be sent into exile. And that's exactly what you see throughout the whole Old Testament. But when Christ arrives, the Messiah arrives, he arrives to take the curses of Israel upon himself and the curses of the world upon himself. So when he dies on the cross, the curses were nailed on the cross. So therefore, if you're an Israelite, or if you can link your bloodline back to Israel, but believe in the Messiah, there's no curse on you. That's how I understand it. So if you guys claim that you believe in Christ and you are Israelites and you are under a curse because you've broken the commandments and statutes of God, then how does Christ come into the fold about how you view him? Like, how do you view Christ when it comes to these curses? Can you believe in Christ and still be cursed at the same time?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Curses, just because you believe in Christ, it does not lift the curses like that. That's not how it goes.